Typography is very powerful. At the core, typography and the shape of letters is just a relationship between black and white. The black on the page and the white that surrounds it and defines it. But if you zoom out, letters become words, words become sentences, sentences become stories. So you go from something that's just a shape of a letter to more of a culture that is attaching itself to the letter. I think we are attached to our language more than we know. It anchors us on who we are, what we speak, and typography is the shape of that language. I was born in Lebanon. I always was a kid that knew how to create his own games, his own worlds. I remember when we first got a computer and I discovered I had the ability of loading clip arts and putting text next to them. I realized this ubiquitous power that design has. There was something about reaching out to people through designed objects or stories that always drew me in. So I came to the US in 2011 to get my master's degree at Rhode Island School of Design, and then I moved to New York City, and I've been here since. As an immigrant, it's a journey to reckon with what does it mean to be American, what does it mean to be Lebanese, how do these stories complement one another? And design does help me to navigate these questions. I focus a lot on Arabic typography. Arabic script has always been an afterthought when it comes to technology of reproducing letter forms. They always were designed with Latin script in mind, but the Arabic script is very complex. To me, it has a soul and a presence. So it's important to imagine contemporary, exciting ways that we can tell our stories. I'm often inspired by things that surround us, by things that people can relate to. Sometimes they can be surprising, sometimes they're whimsical, sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're earnest. Whether it's a graffiti or a wayfinding sign on the street, it's all people trying to communicate. I'm very collaborative in a lot of my work, especially type design. It takes a village to build the whole alphabet in different ways. So I created Morcos Key Studio with John Key. The studio allows us to create work that represents us. Designing in Arabic from New York City is perhaps an act of resistance, of reclaiming language, but to me it's also an act of sharing your culture with others, of opening up and inviting people to get to know you